Vámonos pa'l monte, pa'l monte pa' guarañar. Vámonos pa'l monte, que el monte me gusta más. Vámonos pa'l monte pa' guarañar.
Welcome to my new virtual show for San Diego Rep, along with Amigos de Rep, called Vamos, Let's Go. This is an opportunity for me to share Latin America with you. Together we will explore the cuisine, of course, but also the history, the writers, the musicians, and all the nuances that make each country so diverse and so wonderful in Latin America. Are you ready? Buckle up. Vamos! Yeah, I'm showing you a map of Peru. I figure if I can't point out where South Dakota is on a USA map, you probably don't know where Peru is. We'll just call it even. Peru is on the northwest corner of South America, twice the size of Texas. It's bordered by Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. Machu Picchu. Visitors from all over the world come to marvel this historic and archaeological site. It was built high in the mountains in La Cordillera in the 15th century by the Incas. The Spanish completely missed it. They did not see it. It was discovered in 1911 by an American historian. Legend has it that the hats were worn by Europeans building the railroad in the 1920s and the style caught on. The hats symbolize not just protection from the elements, but cultural identity, social class, and family professions. Now, the original Incas possessed beautiful, strong Indian features. When the Spanish arrived in the 1500s, they started to mix and create the mestizo, which is the majority of the population now. But over the years, Italians, Chinese, and Japanese people immigrated and settled and influenced the cuisine. Peru is a very diverse country. African slaves were brought to Peru by the Spanish in the 1500s to work the sugar and rice plantations. José de San Martín, considered the liberator of Peru, abolished the slave trade in 1821. That was 44 years before the U.S. did. Susana Baca here is the most recognized Afro-Peruvian and is an award-winning recording artist. Now let's talk about the ubiquitous Peruvian pan flute you hear in so many Andean songs. It's an ancient instrument made out of bamboo, giant cane, or bone. The Quechua name is siku or zampoña. Now you might remember it in Simon and Garfunkel's hit El Condor Pasa. Mario Vargas Llosa is no doubt Peru's most notable writer. He's a novelist, journalist. He won the 2010 Nobel Prize in Literature, but I know Vargas Llosa for his sexy novel everyone was reading in college in the 70s called Aunt Julia and the Screenwriter. Blanca Varela is considered one of Peru's great female poets. In 1947, she moved to Paris and made friends with some of literature's elite. Her poems have been translated into several languages. Varela died in 2009 at the age of 82. How can I not talk about this cute little creature that is now seen all over America? The llamas is a domesticated camelid, widely used as meat and as a pack animal by Andean culture since the pre-Columbian era. It carries 30% of its weight, and its wool is very soft and lanolin-free. Victor Delfin is one of Peru's leading sculptors and painters. The fiery Delfin has a worldwide reputation and has exhibited across the world. He is best known for his monumental sculptures of birds, horses, and animals. This sculpture is called the Kiss. Maria Rosrodowski was a Peruvian historian known for her extensive and detailed publications on Peruvian ancient cultures and the Inca Empire. Her father was Polish and her mother was Peruvian. Her book, History of Tehuantinsuyu, is the most read history book in Peru. Peru loves rock and roll. 80 bands like Depeche Mode, The Cure, REM, and The Police had a great influence on the young people. So in the 90s, there was an explosion of rock bands that looked and sounded like, well, 80s bands. Dolores Delirio is one of them. Lomo saltado might be the national dish of Peru. It's beyond comfort food. It's sauteed beef strips smothered in onions and peppers with soy sauce over white rice over French fries. Yeah, carb heaven. The pisco sour is a classic cocktail. It's the national cocktail of both Peru and Chile, where pisco brandy, made from grapes, is made and loved. It's tart, sweet, creamy, and herbaceous. Besides Machu Picchu, there's another destination you might want to check out, the Rainbow Mountains of Vinicunca. The soil and plants give these mountains a colorful effect like no other place on earth. A hiker's paradise. What does California have to do with Peru? Well, during the gold rush, hundreds of Peruvians and Chileans sailed north to look for gold. Why? Peruvians and Chileans are excellent miners and have been doing it for centuries. Latin American countries have all had leftist movements at one point or another. But Peru had the Shining Path Party, or El Sendero Luminoso. This is a hardcore Marxist and Maoist group that is considered a very violent terrorist group. Since the capture of its leaders in 1992, the Shining Path Party has declined in activity. Alberto Fujimori was the president of Peru from 1990 to 2000, of Japanese descent. He was a kind of a hardline guy that you either hated or loved, kind of like a Ronald Reagan. After his presidency, he left to Japan amid corruption and human rights abuses. Go figure. Here's a Peruvian American you might recognize. Benjamin Bratt was born in San Francisco of a Peruvian mother and a German father. You know him as a detective in Law & Order, and his silly movies with Sandra Bullock. Oh, he also dated Julia Roberts. Atok Ramon is a Peruvian photographer. Atok means fox in Quechua. He's got the abilities of one. Somehow Ramon always manages to snap photographs in the most crucial times while undergoing immense danger to get the best frame. This is an absolutely beautiful photograph. And that's it.
I told you a little bit about Susana Baca, the Afro-Peruvian singer, and now I would like to share with you a beautiful, haunting song, sad song about Peru by Susana Baca.
Cuando despiertan mis ojos y veo que sigo viviendo contigo, Perú, emocionada doy gracias al cielo por darme la vida contigo, Perú. Tú eres muy grande y lo seguirás siendo, pues todos estamos contigo, Perú. Sobre mi pecho llevo tus colores y están mis amores contigo, Perú. Somos tus hijos y nos uniremos y así triunfaremos contigo, Perú. Unida la costa, unida la sierra, unida la selva contigo, Perú. Unido el trabajo, unido el deporte, unidos el norte, el centro y el sur. A triunfar, peruanos, que somos hermanos, que se haga victoria nuestra gratitud. Te daré la vida y cuando yo muera, me uniré en la tierra contigo, Perú. Te daré la vida y cuando yo muera, me uniré en la tierra contigo, Perú. Unida la costa, unida la sierra, unida la selva contigo, Perú. Unido el trabajo, unido el deporte, unidos el norte, el centro y el sur. A triunfar, peruanos, que somos hermanos, que se haga victoria nuestra gratitud. te daré la vida y cuando yo muera, me uniré en la tierra contigo, Perú. Te daré la vida y cuando yo muera, me uniré en la tierra contigo, Perú.
Wasn't that amazing? And now, a recipe.
Today, I'm going to teach you how to make Peruvian style ceviche. Now, Peruvian style ceviche is very different from Mexican ceviche. For one, it doesn't use cilantro or tomato. It's very different in texture, in taste, and in color. I'm going to teach you how to make at least 4 servings of Peruvian style ceviche. Let's do it. I got about a pound of fresh fish. It can be tilapia, it can be red snapper, yellowtail, whatever kind of fish you'd like. I like spice, so I have a seeded serrano there, 1 seeded serrano. A whole red onion, could be a yellow onion if you like. I've chopped up my onion in slices, and what you want to do is you want to wash out the bitterness of the onion. So it's going to leave it nice and sweet and crunchy only. I have a half a cup of minced garlic, a cup of chopped Italian parsley, 2 stalks of celery, 2 or 3, and you're going to use about 3 cups of lemon juice. You can get this nice Santa Cruz organic lemon juice, pure lemon juice from the market. This is the key ingredient for this dish, turmeric, salt and pepper. So I put 2 cups of lemon juice into this bowl. I'm going to put my pound of fish in the lemon juice. Now the lemon juice is going to cook the fish in a sense after an hour or 2. This is my celery, my garlic, parsley, and the whole onion. And since I like spice, I have a serrano pepper seeded. Then I'm running out of turmeric, but yeah, I got 2 tablespoons out of it. Awesome. 2 tablespoons of turmeric, which will give it the color that's so important in Peruvian ceviche. And of course, lots of pepper and salt to taste. I'm going to mix it, and you'll see that it's going to turn nice and yellow. Those are the planes that are flying over us here in Point Loma. See that beautiful color that the turmeric's giving the lemon juice. And I'm going to put this mixture in my refrigerator for at least 4 hours. And in 4 hours, you'll be able to eat it. The fish will be fully cooked in the lemon juices. Safe to eat. The fish has been marinating for 4 hours in the refrigerator. See the color, real nice and yellow. So you scoop some fish out. Nice serving there. Then the Peruvians eat it with corn and potato. And I've added some Inca corn that you can get at Trader Joe's. And this is your typical Peruvian dish. And then give it some color, a little bit of paprika, a little more salt. And there's your serving of Peruvian ceviche. Enjoy.
Thank you for joining us today on Vamos. We went to Peru, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed the content. I'll see you next time where we showcase another Latin American country on Vamos.